What's up, Monument? How you feeling? I wish I could hear you right now. I hope you guys are well. Trying times, right? Trying times. Listen, I miss you guys. PJ, thank you. Thanks so much for having me, bro. I love you. Again, I wish I was there with you. What we're about to talk about is a little bit, I shouldn't say a little bit, it's extremely uncomfortable. Extremely. But if you just give me some time, I just want you to, I want you to feel something. I want to express my pain. I want to express my exhaustion and largely my view on things that have been happening. The murder of George Floyd. Just some big things, that have been happening. These things have been happening for a long time, and I'm a bit encouraged because people are starting to see, and actually see, not kind of pass it up. But George Floyd, when I first saw that video, my initial thoughts was, here we go again. Here we go again. Another black man murdered by the police, murdered by the government. Disappointed. And at first my thoughts was, my thoughts went to like, as I talked to my white friends at church, at work, as I talk to them, they're gonna ask me questions, and I'm not sure if they're gonna like my answers. They're gonna say, well, let's wait for the facts to come out. Let's wait for the facts. We can't say that it was racially motivated. We can't say that the cop was racist because we don't have facts. That's what I expected, and that's what I got at first. That's what I got, and that was disappointing. Growing up in America, my experience has been very, very different than a lot of my white friends. Very different. Followed in stores as a young kid, young teenager. Followed in stores, because I was black. I remember, white moms pulling away their babies or their kids from me as I walked through the mall. And predominantly white areas, because I grew up, right around some white, predominantly white areas, and but also in the city, just kind of balancing those two. Going to school in the county because my mom didn't want, she didn't want me fighting in the city schools, so she made sure that she moved to the county so that I can get a education from a 5-star school, and received a lot of like discrimination there, a lot of prejudice there. But my experience growing up, especially even with the law enforcement, was tough. Having to stick my hands out the window when I get pulled over, just to ensure that they understand that I'm not reaching for anything. Getting along with them not by default, but by thinking a lot, but by thinking about what I need to say so that I don't make them afraid, or that I don't say the wrong thing and they ask me to get out the car, and then if I move a certain way, like, never knowing what would happen, never knowing what could happen. So that's my experience, growing up in America. It's mostly just having to dumb myself down, or having to, censor myself in white communities, being sure to be in the house by a certain time, being sure of it, and seeing the video of George Floyd being murdered by police, by people that promised to protect them, people that vowed to protect them. It made me start to think about, how it affected me as a father and how it affects my kids. Some people would say, like, how does this affect your children, bro? Like, this is just one incident. What's the big deal? Realizing that if the system and the way things are, if they stay the same as they are now, then my kids will go from cute little Hispanic / black babies to threats. It's a reality of mine. That's a reality for me. It's a lot to think about, when they start driving. A lot to think about. So that's my experience. My hope is that you listen. That you listen well. And that, in my community, my fellow white friends, my fellow Christian white friends, I hope that they listen. I hope that this doesn't just pass them by. I hope that they don't forget me. I hope they don't forget my kids. I hope that I'm helpful right now. I hope, because again, this is an awkward conversation. It's an awkward moment. It's hard to have, especially over video. These video things have been tough. But really thankful for you, Monument. Love you. And hope to see you soon. Excited for conversations. No question, with me, no question is a dumb one, because we're in this for the sake of the gospel. And I'm going to be all things to all people. So I encourage you and implore you to do the same. Be all things to all people and love well. So I'm out of time. Wish I could say more. I have a lot more to say about this. It's a passion of mine. But until next time, I love you. Again, PJ, thank you, brother. You're like my uncle, homie. I love you so much. See you later, friends. Peace.